Hello and welcome to PK Glitz. I'm Janelle Marshall. Today we're going to talk about embossing powder, and in particular, powder keg embossing powder. In fact, did you know that that's what the PK stands for? Powder keg? Powder keg embossing powder is the finest embossing powder on the market, and that's actually in several different ways. Powder keg is a tapestry powder. That means it's a blended color. There are anywhere from 2 to 12 colors blended to get each of our signature colors. The color itself in base actually has more color per bead also. That allows you to heat it and reheat it without getting that murky white look that occasionally you might have. So I think that you'll find in using our powders you will see a major difference. Now, of course, it comes in 2 different sizes. We have the 1-ounce jar that you see here, and notice the difference in the label on top. It's a craft colored label. We also put a heated color swatch on top of each jar so that you can tell what the color will come out to be. Now, in addition to the 1-ounce jars, we also package it in our wheels. The wheels hold 6 colors, all different, so if you have all 12 wheels, you'll have 72 different colors. We do put them again in families of season, so you'll have spring, summer, fall, and winter colors, also heritage, Victorian, pastels, etc. When we use our embossing powders, there are a couple of items that go along with them. One, of course, is your embossing ink. You want to be sure when you're using embossing powder to use an embossing ink, not a watermark ink. The more ink that you apply to your paper or image, the more powder it will hold and the richer your finished piece will be. A re-inker is a good thing to have along with your pad. Your pad will not wear out. It will take many, many, many stampings for that to happen, and you'll be able to re-ink it frequently with your re-inker. Another item to have that will be very helpful is your antistatic powder. Antistatic powder is a printer's powder. It is actually made for the printing industry to cover their cardstock or papers prior to them putting the ink on. It keeps the little small pieces from sticking so that they get a much cleaner print as they're working. We have the 1/2 ounce jar in the antistatic powder combined with our small antistatic brush. They're great used in combination. But another item that we have, the large antistatic brush, I find many times, depending on the region in which you live, will cut your static tremendously just by itself. So many times when I'm getting ready to do a card, I'll simply brush it with my antistatic brush and then do my application. Another item that's very useful when you're doing embossing is your third hand tool and your little speck remover. We have these in a little combo which works very nicely. Of course, when we're heat embossing, we need a heat tool. I prefer to use one that actually has the focused tip on it rather than those that look like little small hair dryers. I think you'll get better results in using one of this nature. Now, in addition to the embossing ink, we can also use other materials to put our powder on and heat. Now, the PK Glitz sticky tape is a heatable tape. You can put your powder on this and heat it. Of course, our Wonder Film is also heatable. It can be cut with any of your die cut machines, the powder added, heated for a wonderful look like we have right here. And then lastly, the sticky paper. Sticky paper can also be used with your powders in a heated capability. The powders are used in many types of art. Whether you're simply stamping, as we have on this little card right here, whether you're using it with your chipboard, a wonderful way to dress up chipboard. One of our classes that we'll be teaching is on enameling, a multi-application of color. Watch for that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We took that same enameling process and did the books that you see right here. This one is done in the metallic colors. this one done in the turquoise shades. So there are many, many ways to use powder than just simply stamping a message that says thinking of you. And we hope that when you join us in classes, you'll see that and make much more use of the powders that you have on hand. If you have any questions about embossing powder, be sure to get in touch with us at info@pkglitz.com. Be sure also to go to our website and join the email family. We'll let you know about upcoming classes with glitter, embossing powder, Max and Light, lots of different projects that you can participate in, and also about the kits available at the PK Glitz store.